Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing a very outlandish Ninjago Dragons Rising fan theory that has been making some rumblings throughout the Ninjago community. I've seen some people talk about this every now and then, but admittedly discussion regarding this theory has been pretty quiet, so I figured I would spend today's video discussing that very theory. And that theory is the idea that Arin in Ninjago Dragons Rising is a reincarnation, more or less, of the first Spinjitzu master himself. And if that sounds ridiculous, I don't blame you. But then again, stranger things have happened in Ninjago before, and if you put your tinfoil hats on with me for a second, I think we will be able to make this theory make somewhat of sense. So the idea goes that Arin and the first Spinjitzu master are more or less the same person. Not in terms of their memories or their emotions, obviously, but their roles within the Ninjago story and the types of characters that they are. Now, Arin himself in Dragons Rising is a very special individual, but for some reason the series has decided to not give Arin an elemental power of his own. Right now, he is the only member of the ninja team to not have a direct elemental power. Instead, Arin has taught himself in the ways of Spinjitzu, which the series constantly reminds us is a pretty big deal. And in fact, in spite of what we've seen other characters do throughout the Ninjago TV series and its past, Arin is the first person in history to have taught himself Spinjitzu without a master, presumably since the first Spinjitzu master himself. So when you break it down, Spinjitzu, master of Spinjitzu, he's the first one, the first Spinjitzu master, you get the idea. Not only that, but Arin is also skilled in object Spinjitzu, which is his own revolutionary take on the concept, which involves passing Spinjitzu to an inanimate object and using that object essentially as a weapon. So more or less, Arin has not only taught himself Spinjitzu, but he's revolutionized the concept as well, creating a brand new form of Spinjitzu that had not been seen prior. Again, first Spinjitzu master, more or less. There's also the idea that Arin is rather close to Lloyd, and if the first Spinjitzu master has indeed reincarnated himself as Arin without any of the prior memories, considering the history and the family between the two, he would naturally be drawn to Lloyd. Lloyd was always the one that he looked up to the most when he was younger. Maybe Arin feels some type of natural connection to Lloyd, and Lloyd would naturally return the favor, becoming rather close with Arin over the course of Dragons Rising Season 1. And I expect that closeness to continue throughout Season 2 of Dragons Rising and subsequent entries as well. And if you really wanted to stretch things here, Arin's color of Spinjitzu is similar to that of the first Spinjitzu master, or at least it's similar to Master Wu, which I would expect for the first Spinjitzu master, considering that creation itself is represented by a golden color, which again is Arin's Spinjitzu color. You could argue that it's orangish yellow, but again, this might be looking too far into things. Now let's just say, for example, at the very end of Ninjago Dragons Rising, Arin is revealed as the first Spinjitzu master reincarnated. What exactly would that do to the story, and would that be even necessary? Well, it's hard to pinpoint a timeline here. When was Arin born? Was he born after Season 10? You know, when Lloyd had his vision with the first Spinjitzu master, and the first Spinjitzu master beckoned Lloyd to come with him? Not likely. I feel like Arin is too old right now to have that make sense, but I suppose it would make sense. Maybe instead of Lloyd following the first Spinjitzu master, the first Spinjitzu master followed Lloyd back into Ninjago, reincarnating himself in a brand new body, eventually to cross paths with Lloyd again at some point down the line. Like I said, timeline-wise, that doesn't really check out, because Arin right now in the Ninjago series is what, maybe 15 years old? That would mean that between March of the Oni and Dragons Rising Season 1, 15 years would have had to have passed. I don't think that's possible. But what about after Season 2? Maybe the first Spinjitzu master reincarnated himself following the final battle, where his golden power was used fully for the first time. But then again, why would the first Spinjitzu master be in Lloyd's vision during Season 10 if he's already reincarnated himself? This doesn't really line up. And also for the negatives, I could see this not going over very well for a lot of Ninjago fans that are fond of Arin's character, because right now, like I said, Arin is the only character on the ninja team to not have an elemental power. Sure, he has Spinjitzu and his special variant of Spinjitzu, but he does not have a power, and I feel like a lot of Ninjago fans find that pretty admirable and relatable, that a regular kid who just so happens to be a fan of the ninja, he can become a hero too. Now granted, Arin is not fully powerless, he's not a regular guy because he knows Spinjitzu, but still he is not an elemental master, and I don't think the series has plans to give him an elemental power anytime soon, because they want Arin to fall into that archetype of the regular guy, the relatable character that Ninjago fans can attach themselves to. If it comes out that Arin is descended or is somehow the reincarnation of a literal god, I feel like that takes away the relatability from his character, needless to say. So not only would the Ninjago storyline have some trouble actually adapting this theory, I don't think Ninjago fans would find this theory to be very acceptable either, because they consider Arin to be wildly relatable. Why would you take away that relatability in order to reveal that he was actually even more special than everyone else all along? They probably could not juggle Arin being the reincarnation of the first Spinjitzu master and at the same time say that Arin is so down to earth and relatable. I just don't think that works. If anything, Arin is a rough image of the first Spinjitzu master, a rough projection of what the first Spinjitzu master was all those many years ago, especially when he was younger, entering Ninjago for the first time and making his own home, his own land, following what happened in the first realm. Arin himself at the start of Dragon's Rising loses his family and feels relatively alone, until he's able to make the most of it, make new friends, create a new environment that's healthy for him. So I feel like there definitely are similarities between the first Spinjitzu master and Arin, but if anything, those are just character parallels, not so much a definitive representation of reincarnation, or a guarantee that Arin is the reincarnation of the first Spinjitzu master. There is such a thing as similar character types and parallels between characters that we know and new characters that we were just introduced to. Arin is the perfect example of a character that is definitely like someone that we've seen before. So at the end of the day, do I think that Arin is guaranteed to be the first Spinjitzu master reincarnated? Not really, because I don't see the series going in that direction. Do I think they have similar character types? Absolutely. Like I said, these two characters are more or less the same in terms of where they come from and their upbringing, and they have similar motivations too, but that doesn't mean that they are the exact same character, because I can't find a spot in the timeline where that would make sense. As I mentioned in today's video, I feel like doing that to Arin's character would ruin him for a lot of other Ninjago fans out there. But if that's the case, feel free to leave all of your thoughts down below in the comment section. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and leave all of your thoughts and theories down below. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about all of this. If Arin is revealed at some point down the line to be a reincarnation of the first Spinjitzu master, would you like that? Would you not like that? How do you think that would affect Arin's character in positive or negative ways, if applicable? And like I said, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video, and I had a lot of fun making this one. If you guys enjoyed today's video, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.